Well, good morning. And welcome to All Faith Unitarian Congregation. My name is Doug Cartwright, and I'll be leading our service today. You might notice that we have a little bit of a different configuration up here for the furniture. That's because this is the remnant of our play, the Vagina Monologues that we put on last night. We couldn't fit all of our furniture in the back of our car, so it'll disappear gradually as we move it out. But I want to take an opportunity before I welcome all of you to say just a few words about the Vagina Monologues. We had a full house last night. We had to bring in chairs from the patio. We had about 100 people, I think, maybe more. And I want to make give a special thanks to Jeff Moran, who volunteered to manage the parking lot. Because if we hadn't had him here, it would have been catastrophe. Because he guided all these people to places to park, and the place not only was rocking here, it was filled out there. I mean, any people that passed by would wonder if they had signs up for free beer or something like that. So thank you so much for supporting us. It was a wonderful play. I'd like to recognize the people who were in the play. Would you stand? And Regina reported to Diane this morning while I was in a meeting that we probably cleared at least $1,500 for All Faith. So I'm exhausted. So here we go. Here you will find a diverse and inclusive spiritual community where we welcome people with many beliefs. You can bring your whole self, your full identity, your questioning mind, and expansive heart. At All Faiths, we have more than one way of experiencing the world and understanding the sacred. And as we say every week, no matter who you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, and no matter whom you love, you are truly welcome here. Is anyone visiting for the first or second time? Welcome. Welcome. We're glad you're here with us today. If you'd like to know more about All Faiths, please see Fran Way. She's here out in the back. Or one of our greeters after our service at the welcoming corner, which is just behind the folding doors. Or if you're listening on Facebook or online, you can contact our website at allfaithsuu.org. That's all lowercase, allfaithsuu.org. I have a couple of announcements. Be sure to sign up and place your lunch order today for Founders Day. Founders Day is going to be next week, next Sunday. The 18th, we'll be celebrating our 23rd year of existence. And we will be catering a lunch, and you want to sign up and get your tickets and your lunch reservations. We will also have a second collection today for our ministers' discretionary fund, so you can deposit your check or cash in the baskets when they're passed a second time, and you can just write on your check MDF or ministers' discretionary fund if you are so inclined to write an awful lot of things. And the upcoming events are listed on the back of your order of service, but I'd like to emphasize a couple of things. Today at noon, the Rainbow Connection team will be meeting in the sanctuary. Today at noon. And Thursday is the potluck dinner at 5 p.m. So you want to sign up on the bulletin board and list what you will bring. We had a very successful potluck, our first potluck dinner last week, so our last month. So we are going to continue that tradition. Also, it is the last chance to pledge your support for All Faiths coming up. The Stewardship Pledge Drive is inching towards its goal. We now have $170,720 pledged towards our $200,200 goal. If you haven't already done so, please submit your pledges to the office so you can avoid a phone call. That will be very nasty, and it will probably send out Regina to break your legs. So thank you in advance for avoiding that eventuality. I invite Kathleen Weber to come forward to give her final testimonial. Well, final testimony, that sounds like final will and testament.
Actually, I feel pretty good this morning. Well, who knows? Oh, I'm so glad you talked about the vagina monologues. It was just so much fun last night. You know, a way for this community to come together. The cast all got to know each other and deepening friendships, and it was just delightful. So there aren't many congregations that would do that. I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun talking about this. I would tell people I'm going to be in a play, what is it? And I would say it, and they'd say, oh. And where is that? In my church. Oh. That was great fun. Anyhow, you know, I'm a proud member of All Faiths, and I'm happy to share with you why I am making a financial pledge. It's not just a place of worship for me. I experience All Faiths as a sanctuary for diversity, a place for exploring spirituality freely, a place where I find support and inspiration. I believe we provide a safe place for those seeking understanding and acceptance, a warm welcome to newcomers, a beacon of hope for a better, more compassionate world. You know, when I come down from Iowa in the fall, this is one of the very first places I come, because then I know I'm home again, in my Florida home. I believe that my contribution and yours will directly impact the vitality of this community. I know that. Understandably, a good portion of my contribution will likely go toward maintenance of our sacred space, but it's also an investment in the continued flourishing of our community and its impact on the wider community. All Faiths has an impact on the wider community as well. So in the big picture, I'd like to believe that my or our contributions can ensure that All Faiths remains a haven for seekers, a force for positive change, and a symbol of love in action. So the pledge drive, as Doug mentioned, formally ends on Tuesday. But I'm going to put a little plug in here for another form of fundraiser that I didn't talk over with anybody first. I'm calling it Bucks in the Bag. So when that little burgundy velvet bag comes around every Sunday, let's all everybody put something in there, even if you've given to the pledge drive or not, whether it's $2 or $10, it will make a difference. Let's everyone put something in there. So that's it. Thank you. Remember, bucks in the bag. I hope to be here next week.
Thank you, Kathleen. Carlos, do you have a message for us?
It's just to remind you that today's service hymns and congregational hymns are found in your gray hymnals. I now invite you to please rise in body and soul as we sing our gathering hymn, 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Today I'd like to light the chalice in Ed Elrod's name. Ed Elrod is usually on sound. He woke up today with some medical issues, and it's not serious, but he wanted to rest. His wife, Carol, is now in the Larson Center at present, but she's going to be released probably next week, and they will be welcoming her to her new assisted living facility at the Arbor at Shell Point. It's a beautiful place, but Ed's had an awful time with this transition, visiting Carol in the hospital and then in the Larson, and also undertaking the sound for the Vagina Monologue. So I want you to keep him in your hearts as I light the chalice in his name. Love is the aspiration, the spirit that moves, inspires the faith we share. Rightly understanding, love can nurture our spirits and transform the world.
May the flame of this chalice honor and embody the power and the blessing of the love we need, the love we give, the love we challenge to always remember and to share.
Thank you, and keep Ed in your and Carol in your hearts. Please join in singing now. I'm sorry. Sharon is going to come up and make an announcement, and then we will send her off with her kiddly boos.
Hi, I'm Sharon Heinrich with the kids on Sundays, and I just want to show our appreciation and love for you beautiful people that we come and join every week. We're making little valentines for you today, so probably put them in the back somewhere when we're done. So look for them, and thank you. We love you.
Thank you, Sharon. Now, would you please join in singing Go Now in Peace as the children join our Child and Ruth program with Sharon, and the words are printed on your order of service.
Go now.
Well, it's that time where we get to come up, some of you, and share your joys, sorrows, and gratitudes with us this morning. So, oh yeah, I'm going to need this to give to you. So come on up, share with us this morning. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. Vagina Monologues again. It was out of this world, but I just want to thank Doug and Diane for your vision, your direction. I think we should take it on the road. Right?
You could do it. Yes, yes. Charlotte?
Good morning. I have a present for Alberita.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
sorry it's late. It was supposed to be delivered in January when Joan and Segundo Velasquez were going to be here, and they couldn't come because Joan is in very poor health. Her polio as an infant has caught up with her. Anyway, this is a present from Bolivia by way of Joan and Segundo, by way of me, and to our wonderful new minister at All Faith.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
my
very
pleasure.
much. What a lovely surprise. Thank you, Joan and Segundo. Maybe they're watching or will watch us later. Thank you so much. Take that. Mm-hmm. Let me put it on there. Yes, thank you. Sharon?
Hi, Joy, you light the candle.
Mm-hmm. Speak.
In a follow-up from Michelle's, when I got home last night, I talked to a friend from New Jersey who now lives in Wesley Chapel, Florida. I can't believe this. And she said, oh, wow, Vagina Monologues, ask that group if they will come to Tampa, UU.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, come on, Dottie. Come on, Dottie.
Only if they
I'm
pay our
speaking
way.
into the mic. You get this.
Good morning. I am Dottie Mayo. I have a joy and a gratitude. Last weekend, I was visiting a friend in New Orleans, and she lives near the 9th Lower Ward, and we went to a Baptist church.
Oh.
And we were in the back row, the only white people. And next to me was, across the aisle actually, was this little girl. Let me light this before it burns down. And she was clapping in a way I had never seen before, so I emulated her clap. And afterwards, my friend Tammy says, that was patty cakes, don't you know that?
Here's to patty cakes. Ken?
I spoke to Judy Kay a couple times last week, and she wanted me to say hi to everybody, so hi. And she's enjoying spending a lot of time with her great-grandchild. And the weather's improved by her estimation. It's 44 degrees this morning, but anyway.
Mm-hmm. You got it. You got it. I have a joy. I have a joy to say how absolutely thrilled I am to be a part of this congregation, to just be able to see you every Sunday and sometimes even during the week. It brings my heart joy. I was away for a couple of days at a clergy conference. It was overwhelming, but I learned a great deal, and I will look forward to sharing it with you all, some of the information. One of the things was the confusion about the difference between mercy and justice. Do we have a mercy ministry, or do we have a justice ministry, or do we have both? So I'm going to light this candle today for both mercy and justice, because that's what I believe our congregation is all about. and also for Carol and Ed. Ed worked very hard last night, and it was wonderful. I just want to light every candle for every one of you. But, so consider my heart is one big flame, and I'm lighting this for the love, joy, peace, companionship that we all share here at All Faiths.
Now I'd like to ask everyone to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let us turn our minds and our hearts to today's service and contemplate our blessings. Please rise in body or spirit as we sing together hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shade of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Our opening words this morning is a response, almost like call and response. I'm going to say something, and you will respond with, "We speak the language of love." And at the last time, we're just going to leave off the "we" and just speak the language of love. It's okay if you get confused. We arrive from many different experiences and backgrounds. Some of us have trouble speaking. Others are so young that they're still learning to talk. Some of us speak English as a second language, and others of us can speak several foreign languages. Yet all of us share this in common. We speak the language of love. In the moments before worship begins, and again when we return to the service of life, we greet one another with kind words. We chat about the days behind us and days to come, and
We speak the language of love.
we lift our voices in song, not to sing perfectly or in tune, but to hear and feel our voices form a life-giving sound. And
We speak the language of love.
we form a web of compassionate listening, with individuals among us embodying vulnerability, name the fears that grip their hearts, the joys that buoy their spirits.
We speak the language of love.
At times, our voices may clash. We may disagree. Tension enters our voice as we make room for different beliefs, different opinions, different perspectives. Through it all, it is our intention that
We speak the language of love.
in this congregation, we welcome a multiplicity of truths and invite them to be named out loud. We prophesy summoning the age when justice and peace will be evident all around us, and
we speak the language of love.
Let us worship together, making room for one another as whole beings, tender hearts, hungry spirits, curious minds. And with our actions and with our words, let us speak the language of love. Amen and Ashe. Carlos?
I met you in the dark, you lit me up, you made me feel as though I was enough. We danced the night away, we drank too much, I held your hair back when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder, for a minute I was stone cold sober, I pulled you closer to my chest. And you asked me to stay over. I said, I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, you'd never know, 'cause I played it cool when I was scared of letting go. I know I needed you, but I never showed. But I want to stay with you until we're gray and old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I'll wake you up somehow, breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. I'll take your kids to school, wave them goodbye. Now thank my lucky stars for that night. When you looked over your shoulder, for a minute I forget that I'm older. I want to dance with you all night. And you look as beautiful as ever, and I swear that they can get better. You make me feel this way somehow. I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know, darling, your love is more than worth this weight in gold. We're from within, my dear, look, some have grown. I want to stay with you until we're gray and old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I want to live with you, even when we're ghosts, 'cause you're always there for me when I needed you most. I'm gonna love you till my lungs give out. I'll promise death we part like in our vows. So I write this song for you, now everybody knows. It's just you and me until we're getting old. Just say you won't let go. Say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go.
That was beautiful. And so appropriate for Valentine's Day coming up. The reading today is entitled appropriately, Love. Love cannot be bought or sold. It does not make a profit. Love does not hide from the truth. Love dives deep. Love takes on flesh. Love is queer. Love is platonic. Love is erotic. Love is asexual. Love confronts evil. Love delights in pleasure. Love touches and weeps and flirts and feeds and creates. Love is risky. Love challenges systemic evil in all its forms. Love is simple but not easy. Love is collective. Love rises up. Love apologizes. Love believes. Love corrects. Love holds accountable. Love pays reparations. Love heals. Love tells its story. Love embraces everyone, every creature, every creation. It knows us intimately. It holds us collectively. Love transcends every boundary that seeks to confine it. It will not tolerate violence in its name. It does no harm. It only sets free. Please rise up in body or spirit as we join the All Faces Choir in singing hymn number 368, Now Let Us Sing.
For this song, we'll sing the first verse twice, and then verse 2, 3, and 4 following. The first verse will be mostly sung by the choir, but if you feel comfortable, please sing with them. I'm going to give you a 3 count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now let us sing. Now let us sing. Sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith. Everyone, now let us sing. Now let us sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith. Now let us sing. Now let us sing to the power of the faith. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith. Now let us sing. Now let us sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within. Now let us sing. Now let us sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within. Good.
Yes.
So I expect louder singing next time. Thank you. Good.
Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. Oh, let us sing. I like that song. I'm like, ooh, we should get that one going another time. Another
No,
time.
the next time in the recording, it has the men singing that part. Now let us sing, and the women sing to the power, and then they sing all 4 verses. Then they switch. The women do the now let us sing. So we'll do that next time.
Yes. I have to admit, I was at home practicing the song as if I was in the choir. All the parts, because when you're practicing by yourself, you could do all the parts. It doesn't matter if you're on tune or not, you just go for it. And I was going for it. I think it's a beautiful song. Thank you, choir. Well, greetings, all faiths, and if you don't know who I am by now, okay, I'll just tell you. My name is Alberita Johnson. Most people call me Albie, and I'm the minister here at All Faith Unitarian Universalist. Oh, All Faith Unitarian Universal Congregation, that's a mouthful. And welcome. This morning, in light of Valentine's Day, you may see a lot of red and hearts and all. Yes, Dick, would you like to come forward and model? Notice look at him. Yes. This morning we were standing near each other at the doors. People came in, and I didn't have on all of this, and so we had on our red. They thought it was planned. We just came out looking great this morning. We can't help ourselves. Everybody here is so absolutely beautiful, heart, soul, and body, absolutely. This morning, in light of Valentine's Day, we know it's coming up this Wednesday. We're going to talk about love as if that's a surprise. Carlos sang a song that is near and dear to my heart. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I remember with my love, and when things would get difficult, I would say, just hold on tight. And we would hold on to each other. Just hold on tight, hold on tight. And in my mind, we were never, ever going to let go. And so far, we're still holding on tight. Tell me you won't let go. That song was sang at our ceremony. So I thank you again, Carlos, for sharing that. It brought back very beautiful memories. So let us get started here. You know, there is a naivete about us when we are in our youthful years. The complexities of love, loved, and lovables often reduced to, is the object of my infatuation meeting my desires? Do they possess the look I like? You see, the maturity of our desires for companionship is not stagnant. It changes as we grow and develop our personhood. So yeah, we may have started off thinking, oh, if he, she, you know, they look pretty good. Yeah, I'll date. And then you find out there was an ugly somewhere in there. I didn't see it because I was only looking at with my eyes. You see, so we mature. And as we mature and develop in our personhood and experience what may or may not be genuine love, we keep taking the chance. But why do we take the dive? Why do we allow ourselves to become vulnerable enough to love fully? Well, today we're going to explore that phenomenon as we repeatedly dare to love. And we are in for a treat. We have 3 members who will share with us about love this morning. One will share on the word loved, another on loved with an ED, and lastly, we are here about Loveable. And they're going to speak just in that order. So Bob Moore, why don't you come on up? Uh-oh, microphone has been moved. Bring that with you. Thank you, thank you.
Morning. I love you. I love my child. I love my mother. I love my dog. I love that shirt. I love this song. I love you. Unconditional love. God is love. Love is what? According to Wikipedia, the diversity of uses and meanings combined with the complexity of the feelings involved makes love unusually difficult to consistently define compared to other emotional states. And I wholeheartedly agree. In fact, I'm not sure what I was thinking when I agreed to reflect on love in 5 minutes. I believe it probably takes a lifetime and then some to reflect fully on the nature of love. It doesn't help that in our culture and in our language, we attach the meaning of love to everything from the mundane to the profound. So the question that occurred to me as I agreed to take on this assignment is there a common thread that ties all these uses of love together? And where does that thread take us when we follow it to its source? I don't pretend to be an authority on the subject, but here's my take on those questions. And they led me to reflect on 4 qualities: connection, action, compassion, and wholeness. Now I only have 5 minutes, so I'll just expand on those first 2 and then briefly touch on the second 2. First, connection. Looking at the many kinds of love there are, the ancient Greeks identified 8 different kinds with a word for each. Connection is the common thread I see that runs through all the ways we think about and experience love. We connect with another romantically when we make love. We connect to ourselves as we come to know what the Buddha taught, that you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection, and that we must love ourselves to fully love another. We connect to experiences through our senses that give us joy and pleasure. We connect to others through loving friendships, and we suffer when those connections are broken. We connect to strangers when we find inside ourselves a universal love that recognizes the value of all creation. We connect to the earth through our love of nature and the blessings of being in the presence of all other living things we share this planet with. And as the Lakota proverb goes, when a man moves away from nature, his heart becomes hard. Helen Keller once wrote, all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Or in the words of Rumi, love is the bridge between you and everything else. Action. Love compels us to take action in the world. Saint Ignatius told us love is shown more in deeds than in words. Love requires a certain kind of boldness. When you know your connection to all things and all people, the needs of others are no different from your own. You can't shy away from an act of kindness. You can't ignore unfair injustice. You understand that taking care of the earth is no different than taking care of yourself. Love brings us into the moment where we confront what is and are unable to avoid for long, and that can be scary. Mahatma Gandhi said, a coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Living in love enlivens us. It is both sobering and intoxicating. It's sobering because love requires the truth. It pushes us to wake up from the false stories we tell about ourselves and others, the world, and reach for what the Taoists call the bare reality. In the words of James Baldwin, love takes off the mask we fear not, we cannot live without, but know we cannot live within. Love is intoxicating because when we act from love, we receive love in return. Katharine Hepburn once said, love has nothing to do with what you're expecting to get, only with what you're expecting to give, which is everything. And when we give everything, we simultaneously receive everything. That's the nature of service and the actions that love calls us to take in the world. A Cherokee proverb that summarizes well the action that love calls us to in our lives goes, when you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. Compassion and wholeness were the other two qualities that came to me as I considered how to follow the thread back of love back to its source. But I'm already over my time, so I'll speak to these only briefly. In the book Stranger in a Strange Land, Robert Heinlein wrote, love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. And we know the flip side is also true. The suffering of another is also our own. As we understand our loving connections and how we act on them in the world, love guides us to a place of compassion and tolerance. Our models of how people and things ought to be melt into a kind acceptance of how people and things are without judgment. Compassion is love that has simmered in our lives and been seasoned by our souls. It is an achievement of living a life in love and letting the power of love expand our self-identity to include all living things. Gandhi once said, the day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. And we can hear the sounds of peace here. And peace is an expression of wholeness. When we pursue a path of love, it brings us greater and greater wholeness. Love is the whole thing, Rumi said. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Letting the barriers fall, letting them melt away, we are left in a state of loving awareness. We dwell in a state of wholeness which starts as a fleeting experience, but when practiced over time can become our full-time home, the source of love. I'll end on these words from Henry David Thoreau. There is no remedy for love, but to love more.
Thank you, thank you.
Good morning. Imagine I am shorter. Imagine I am a woman. Imagine that I was born in Haiti. And imagine that I speak French, Creole, and English. These are my partner Nicole's reflections on loved. She is being loved as we speak in the company of family. Excuse me, as they all stand vigil at her mother's bedside in Haiti. Love to me is an inestimable word, a warm feeling which envelops you like a comforting cocoon. Having been loved or not makes or breaks a person. From birth till now, I have been loved. I can shout it from any rooftop. I have been loved and cherished by family, relatives, and many friends. Mom, Dad, my 4 siblings, and I lived with our extended family in Haiti, our paternal grandparents, 3 aunts, and an uncle. As children, even when we were punished, we knew we were loved. In our family, love overflowed and spread to all the kids in the neighborhood. They too felt loved when they were with us. Life seemed perfect. In my early teens, life no longer seemed so perfect. Watching some of my friends suffer from not being loved enough or not feeling loved enough was not easy. My rose-colored glasses were losing their pinkish tint. I began to understand that being loved was not always for others as it was for me, a precious gift. By the time I reached high school, several friends had grown cold, withdrawn, or became indifferent or uncaring. Some had become loners. Some felt unworthy. Some were angry. They had lost the gleam in their eyes. What had happened to my being loved and having been loved world? My rose-tinted glasses were lost forever. Watching the world with untinted eye was often sad, disappointing, and even ugly. In nursing school, the shocker for me was having to care for an 18-month-old baby suffering from touch starvation. Oh yes, believe it or not, it is a real diagnosis. How could a baby feel so unloved that it died from lack of love, from lack of human touch, from not being loved? What an upside-down world we live in. Yes, it is. Yet, is it? Growing up, my family had a motto, one of many: spread the love. It is as simple as a smile, a hug, a pat on the shoulder, or a few kind words, my grandma would tell us. They go a long way. They always make someone's day. As you go through life, yet those you meet always leave your presence having felt loved, if only for a moment. Isn't it the way it is supposed to be, all faiths? Let us make sure that all those who touch our lives feel loved. It is one of our many responsibilities on this earth. My grandma would say, I believed her. She was a wise woman, just like my 104-year-old mom. They were loved and were not shy about making each and every one feel loved. Loved, an inestimable word. And as for Nicole's partner, Frank, he too has come to appreciate the state of being known as loved. Using this word is, let's say, as an acronym. L is for loyalty, demonstrating commitment and faithfulness. O is for open-heartedness, having an open and compassionate heart. V is for values, recognizing and appreciating the worth of oneself and others. E is for empathy, understanding and sharing the feeling of others. And D is for devotion, showing deep dedication and love. Loved.
You're going to find me so lovable because I'm going to keep it short. Lovable, an adjective used to describe a character trait, a positive, relatable behavior that makes it attractive to us and makes us lovable to others. So what is lovable? A 3-year-old in her princess outfit? A 5-year-old pretending to be a superhero, defending the world from bad guys? A kitten, a puppy, a kindly old grandmother baking chocolate chip cookies, a blushing bride, an adoring groom. It's a relatable behavior. It is something you are born with, being lovable, or is it something you can learn and apply, becoming lovable? Don't agree with me now. By nature, I am prickly, argumentative, sarcastic, loud, and many days probably not even likable. You know those should have stayed in bed days? We all have them. Yet I try being lovable by action, being generous with my time, caring and compassionate, being aware. The I-75 exit going towards Loveable is a favorite spot for many of the homeless people that shelter in the woods back here. Standing there with their God bless crumbled cardboard signs, walking up and down while impatient drivers are waiting for the traffic light to change. I recognize the regulars. Some have been there for years, and it makes me question their status, not always in a compassionate way. I have to remind myself, this person was someone's child. You don't know their story. Don't judge. All the while, grumbling to myself about the trash on the street, how dangerous this is. But I hand out $1 or $2, sometimes a bottle of water, yet being fully aware of my annoyance and slightly ashamed to feel this way. One day, blistering hot and humid, the light has just changed. It's going to be a long wait. I see this young man, a regular. He's always clean. I have my suspicion that panhandling is a job for him. He lives someplace. I watch him pour some water into a cup and walk up to the tree, his bike packed with his belongings. Oh, he's homeless. He walks holding the cup, and I see a small dog resting in the shade. And suddenly, that young man with most likely no hope for a future becomes lovable. No princess crown, no superhero cape, cute outfit, or charming smile could be as lovable as that moment of kindness shown towards a little dog. This is the true meaning of lovable, not the fluffy, cute, smiley kind. Kindness makes us lovable. Caring makes us lovable. Compassion makes us lovable. That ties into what Bob said. You can find the lovable in everything, even in a weed when it blooms. So go find the lovable in everything and everybody, the marginalized ones, the overlooked ones, the difficult ones, the unlikable ones. It's there. All you have to do is look.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My 3 cohorts today took on love, loved, and lovable. 3 words so very closely related, and each shared how and what love, loved, and lovable means to them and their particular perspective. I asked them about a month ago to share, and that my responsibility would be to summarize. So a couple of days ago, I finally got everything, and I had to hurry up and get it together. So I'm going to go quickly because, like we said, we don't want to be too long. Annalee shared with us how one's actions and behaviors can make us lovable and or unlovable. She reminded us all that actions speak louder than words. Or as they used to say when I was growing up, put your money where your mouth is. Will you put a wager on that point? That feeling? Are you confident that your actions and words are indeed a reflection of love? Or are you deceiving yourself and those who you are connected to, whether closely or by chance, as Annalee shared? She observed a young man share his little with his pet, and her heart was opened, and she saw him as lovable. Clearly, he cared deeply enough to share what little he had. He demonstrated love, and in turn became lovable to Annalee. And then Nicole, via her partner Frank. He talked to us about being loved, sharing with us how important it is to spread the love, causing a ripple effect that others may experience the feeling of being appreciated, of being loved. Even giving examples of how one can spread the love with a hug, a smile, a nod of recognition. I see you. I see you. Many of you know my mother is elderly and in a facility, and I often wonder, if no one goes to visit her this week, a few days have passed, I wonder, Mommy, did she receive a hug today? Has anyone smiled at her? Did she get a nod of recognition? Did someone lean over and kiss her on the cheek? You see, physical contact, not out of responsibility, as the aides offer, but out of love, which leads me to Bob. Bob, who gave us 4 qualities to look for regarding love, stressing that through connections with one another, we are spurred forward, onwards, towards action, fueled by compassion, and yes, even moved to greater tolerance, thereby removing whatever it is that is separating us, that is dividing and leaving one alone, towards wholeness and becoming complete in our personhood, in our being. Thank you, my loving cohorts. So I close really quickly today with sacred text from the Christian Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where we find 2 analogies about love. Quote, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, an adult, I put childish things away. Second analogy uses reflections in a mirror. Listen. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know just as I also am known. I like to add there, as I am also loved. These verses, they take us on a journey of growth in love. I spoke, I understood, I thought like a child. Looking in the mirror, Things were dim due to my immaturity. But as my eyes opened and growth through life experiences occurred, and maturity followed soon after, it brought greater understanding. And finally, I learned to love. I learned to love that person in the mirror. First, love of self. And then I can love others. And the third and final part of the text, and I won't keep you long, no longer uses analogies. Instead, it's very clear. And this is what it says. And now abides faith, hope, love. These three, but the greatest of these is love. My friends, we can have faith to continue and hope that all will be well. But there is absolutely no greater thing to have faith and hope for, and that is in the ability to give and receive love. Beloveds, my prayer this morning is that we may never lose faith or hope, and that we will take the dare and commit to love fully. May it be so. Amen and Ashe. Okay, I'm back again. It is that time that we can all participate in. As Kathleen said, bucks in the bag. There's a velvet bag about to go around. It may go around more than once. Feel free to add bucks to the bag. I like that. I will not forget it. That's what I'm standing here to talk about. Give us a little something. So, one of the things I'm supposed to do is make it fun. So I'm going to give you a pun. How you like that? Fun pun. So here we go. What did the acorn say to the tree? What? I'm falling for you. We appreciate your generous donations which support our dedicated staff, our beautiful facilities, inspiring services, he just got it, interesting activities, and social outreach at All Faiths. We invite our visitors to place their completed visitor cards in the offertory basket, please. And if you're with us visiting online, live stream, you can mail a check or visit our website, allfaithsuu.org. Our offering will now be taken. All right, come forth.
First time
God, I love this song.
ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave. to the dark and the endless sky. First time ever I kissed your mouth. I felt the earth move in my hands, like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was there at my command, my love. The first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart so close to mine, and I knew our joy would fill the earth and the last till the end of time, my love. First time ever I saw your face, your face, your face, your face.
I want so much to comment on that song, but time is of the essence. So, beautiful, one of my favorites. Our closing words for this afternoon. May the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts to flight all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, be with us and among us, now and always. May it be so. Be blessed. Amen.
An old Partridge Family favorite, please sing along if you know the lyrics. Oh, you know that part already? Ba 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 ba. I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good thing. I call out when I wake up from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow to my head and spring up in my bed, screaming out the words I said. I think I love you. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm unsure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say that I've never felt this way. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and so I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself and wrote about it and did not go shout it when you walked into the room. I think I love you. I think I love you. I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love that has no cure for. I think I love you, isn't that what life is made of? So it worries me to say that I've never felt this way. I lost it. I'll find it. Hey, one more time. I think I love you.
you, so what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love that is no cure for. I think I love you, isn't that what life is made of? So it worries me to say I've never felt this way. You really don't have, believe me, you really don't have to worry. I only want to make you happy, and if you say you go away, I will. I think I'd better stay around and love you. Do you think I have a case? Let me ask you to my face. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you, isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say that I've never felt this way. I think I love you, 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 I think I love you. This could go on and on and on, but I think I love you, everybody. Happy Valentine's. Yeah, on the record it goes on and on and on.
As I extinguish the flame in the name of Ed Elrod and Carol, please repeat the words in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the light of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. We thank Albie Johnson and also her assistants, Bob Moore, Nicole Racine, in the guise of Frank Geltner, Annalie Hudanick for their messages on love today. We thank Carlos and the All Voices Choir for the music and all the others who make our Sunday gatherings so special. Remember to turn in your pledge forms. Also sign up for Founders Day next Sunday. And it's good to be connected when, in whatever way we can, remember to collect your Valentines from Sharon and the kids. Please join us for coffee and cookies and conversation in the social hall. Thank you.